Edward Lawrence, thank you, sir.
So Biden's war on American energy is on its last leg, and the era of drill, baby, drill is just dawning.
The American Petroleum Institute laying out a 5-step roadmap for President Trump and Congress to secure American energy independence, which in turn will help reduce inflation, protect consumer choice, bolster America's geopolitical strength, leverage our natural resources, reform our permitting system, and advance sensible tax policy. Joining us now to break it down, American Petroleum Institute Executive Vice President Amanda Eversole. Amanda, great to see you, but get granular. Let's get into the morass. Like, name one thing that needs to happen day one, whether it's getting rid of the EPA tailpipe emissions regulations or reversing implementing the permitting process for LNG terminal. Just give me one thing.
Well, on day one, President Trump can lift the ban on LNG exports. It's a purely political and partisan activity that the Biden administration put in place, and President Trump should stop it immediately.
You know, the potential of America far exceeds anything we've seen, even when you take the first Trump administration into account. McKinsey and Company, which is not a far-right organization at all. In fact, they tend to be more green than a lot of conservatives. They came out with a report a little while ago saying that we could gain an extra 2 million barrels a day out of Gulf oil alone if we release the restrictions on offshore drilling. Do you consider that to be a reasonable suggestion? If you can get 2 million barrels extra a day just from the Gulf, how much more do you think we could pump out of the ground in total?
Well, David, I think the question is simple. You know, the world continues to demand more and more energy. And the question is, where is it going to come from? There are nearly 11 million people in this country that work in and around the oil and gas industry, and we make it the most sustainably, the cleanest, and the most reliable in the world. So the question is, do we want it to come from the United States of America, or do we want it to come from, you know, potentially a bad neighborhood around the world? I vote for the USA.
I got into a nasty argument with a family member who's not a Trump supporter today about who was better for the nation in terms of the economy, for jobs, prosperity when it comes to energy, Trump or Biden. And I said U.S. energy production exceeded consumption in 2019 for the first time in 62 years. And I don't know how you argue that Joe Biden has been good for our prosperity in terms of fossil fuel production. How do you argue that?
Well, it's no secret that we had a number of strong objections to the policies of the Biden administration. But the 5-point plan that you referenced earlier is really solutions for American energy to help reduce inflation and to secure our energy future. And what's important about that is that there are 20 very specific proposals, including lifting the EV mandate, including on day one, lifting the LNG pause, that really should be bipartisan solutions. It's frankly really hard to disagree with any of those particular solutions put in place, because American oil and gas companies need long-term durable energy policy, and we're coming to the table with solutions.
You know, it's not just about money. Money is important. Obviously, it's important to have energy independence, but it's also our lives, our day-to-day lives that are being affected. We could put up a picture of what I've been cooking on for the past 8 months. 2 hot plates, something that we did back when we were in school. That's because they cut off our natural gas in our building 8 months ago. We've been cooking on hot plates for that length of time. I mean, that's where this administration, the Biden-Harris administration, wanted to end natural gas as we know it for a lot of people. We know that's the direction they were going. Are we settled now that we are going to be off of our hot plates? We get back to our gas ovens?
Look, I think the voters spoke definitively last week. And we saw American energy was on the ballot, certainly in states like Michigan with the EV mandates, certainly in states like Pennsylvania with LNG. And the fact of the matter is, American consumers, American voters do not like heavy-handed mandates. And so what are we going to do going forward? We're going to let the markets work, and we're going to let American energy drive solution and progress for affordable, reliable, and cleaner energy. And yes, that means more American LNG.
And get rid of that new methane tax, which is a mini carbon tax, which is also a disaster, which they just slipped through in the past few days. Amanda Ebersole, thank you so much. Great to see you.
Thanks so much.